Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching yet another video. In today's video I'm going to answer a couple of questions for you guys and girls. I hope lockdown is treating everyone well. For me it's super annoying. I can't do anything. Well, basically no one can do anything, and I'm bored at home, so I've got nothing to do. At least I've got a E-Class Merc that I can detail this week. You know, I sit in the garage, work with my headphones on so I don't come in contact with anyone. So at least this coming week there will be work for me. But Friday, Saturday and Sunday I sat at home all day and it was super annoying. I don't know what you other guys are getting up to. Drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys are doing during the lockdown. But I'm super bored. My car's clean, as you guys saw in the previous video, the one where I made a joke about the coronavirus attacking my Geon coating. The car is clean and detailed. There's absolutely nothing for me to do. The only thing that I think I can do and show you guys is detailing the engine bay. If you guys want to see that, drop a comment down below. Let me know if you want to see me detail the engine bay. I have one on the channel, but it's a couple of months old and it's not getting as much exposure as I wanted to, so I can always take that one off and make a new one for you guys. So if you want to see that, drop a comment down below. In today's video we're going to do a question and answer type of deal. I asked you guys to ask me a couple of questions and I'll answer them as truthfully as possible. So I'm going to be on my phone and I'm going to read all the questions and then answer them. By the way, if you guys are not following me on the other social media accounts, I'm going to drop the handles down below and you guys can go and follow me there. Facebook and Instagram, at Creative Car Detailing, or at the range 993, the range _993. That's my personal Instagram where I post most of my cars. So to start this off, first question was from Angelique. You and the Polo have such a love-hate relationship. What is it that you can't let go of her? I've had that car for 11 years and I don't know. There's a lot of months where I put my whole salary into that car, and there's just something about that car for me. Back in the day when I bought the car, there was not a lot of people tuning diesels. It was unheard of. The only thing that I really wanted was I wanted a two-door Polo, and you only got them in the TDI versions. We didn't get the GTI versions like the people in the UK and that stuff. So I knew that I wanted a two-door Polo, and when I found out that you get a 74 and a 96 kilowatt, obviously I knew I had to get the 96 kilowatt. And then from there I immediately took the car for a decat, and I had a plug-and-play chip in the car, and that's where it all started for me. Back in the day, like I said, there wasn't a lot of guys tuning diesel, so it was basically unheard of to modify your diesel. And I basically helped grow the TDI scene in South Africa to what it is today. There's a lot of people who still only know me for my Polo. Not a lot of guys know the Tiguan. As you can see, I'm sitting in it. Not a lot of guys know this car. Not a lot of guys know what it is. The Polo is just, that car's on another level, and I don't know, I still feel like I've got a chance with that car to make it fast again. And I don't know, I can't give you an honest answer on that one, except for the fact that I've had it for 11 years. I poured my heart and soul into that car, and it is what it is. That car's my baby. This car I would sell in a heartbeat. Make it stock or sell it as is, I'd let this go. But my Polo, I tried to sell it, I couldn't get it over my heart, and I still can't. Biggest goal in life for me is to get that thing sorted and start racing it again. I know I'm talking about it a lot, but if you ever met anyone with as much bad luck as I do, please introduce me to them or introduce them to me. I'd like to know them. Yeah, we'll get there one day. I guess that's all I can say. Second question is from John. When am I getting new wheels for the Tiguan? I'm not sure. These wheels, I absolutely love them. I see no need in changing them. I actually had the opportunity to change them not too long ago and I declined. To be honest, I feel like I'm done modifying this car. There's a couple of things that I would like to do in the future. but this car is very expensive to mod. So is the Polo. Both is very expensive to mod, but I feel like this car is at a point now where nothing's bugging me on it, if I can put it like that. I'm happy with the way it is. There's a small couple of things that I would love to do, but it's not bugging me. So I don't know when the car's getting new wheels. I can't see it happen in the near future. Then Retro993 GTI on Instagram asked me, have I dynoed the Tiguan? If so, what power is it making? I have not dynoed the Tiguan. It's a 4-wheel drive Tiguan. I know only a handful of 4-wheel drive dynos around our area, and I've never visited one of them. Actually, I've been to QT Performance. I've been to their dyno and it got rained out, or there was a power outage or something, but the car was set to go on the rollers. So no, I have not dynoed the car, and I'm not sure what power to expect from it either. Stock it's 103 kilowatt. That would obviously be on the flywheel, so I'm guessing after all the tuning, the car's got a downpipe with a DPF delete, and I've got a panel filter, so there's not a lot of mods on the car. I'm guessing if I can hit 105, 110 wheel kilowatt, I'll be pretty happy with it. I've never dynoed a 4Motion car, so I'm not sure what losses to expect. But yeah, like I say, if I can do 105 to 110 wheel kilowatt, I'll be pretty happy. The car is nippy for what it is. It's not the fastest, it's not the prettiest, but I'm happy. For an all-rounder, this is so much fun. Fourth question, Lowlife SA on Instagram again. If you were to sell the 1.9, how much would you want? I don't want to sell. I had it up for sale last year. I couldn't get it over my heart, so I don't want to sell. Sorry, buddy. Then the fifth question, I believe we're at now. Tevin, not a question, just something you should know. Your content is awesome, quality workmanship. Thanks, brother. Much appreciated. Next up, I lost count. I think we're at 6 now. Anyways, I lost count. Twalasbo, I don't know. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. Anyway, detailing business, advices on how to get started. The way I started was I've always been finicky about my stuff. I never took my cars for a polish, the Polo at least. I never took it for a polish. I would always sit down and hand polish the car, and it kind of intrigued me on how to get more out of a polish. So what machine can you get, what stuff can you buy, and then that just escalated for me. I bought a lot of stuff and I detailed my car, I detailed a couple of friends' cars, and that's kind of how it became a business. So I was part-time at the beginning, just doing it on the side here and there for a couple of friends, charging very little money. I still do actually, charging very little money, and then that eventually escalated into a business where I had to stop my day job. I had to quit it and pursue this full-time. Back in the day, I saw it coming. I saw that there was a gap for me to do this full-time, and I pursued the dream. Yeah, I am today, almost 7 years later, still living the dream. So yeah, advice on how to get started, I would say start by your own car, start by friends' cars. In the beginning, don't ask for money. Just do it for the passion of doing it. If you want to get into detailing for the money, you're already lost, brother. Then you might as well just leave it. There's no money in detailing in South Africa anyways. Next question, Priyan, what did you do before detailing? So before detailing, I was actually a salesman. My father used to have a dealership for, I can't remember, I think it was 20 years. So I grew up in the business. I was very young when he started it. I grew up in the business through primary and secondary school, and then after school I went to work for him, and I left his side at one stage. I went to VW. I was selling cars for VW, went back to my father, and then I started doing the detailing part-time. And like I said, I had to quit my full daytime job and start doing that. So before that, I was a salesman. I was selling cars for a living. Next question, F1 Honey Badger Louis, how do you determine pricing for each detail? So the way I do it, my pricing is, to be honest, it's all over the place. It's so difficult to get clients to bring their cars to me for me to evaluate, although that's what I prefer. But I give pricing based on what the client tells me and a couple of pictures. Another thing that I think of when I make the pricing is the shape and the size of the car as well as the colors. So a quick breakdown: Jap cars versus German cars. Jap cars has soft paint, so they are easy to correct. German cars has very hard paint, so they are very difficult to correct. Normally or mostly you spend more hours on them, even if the damage is less. Then darker colors is always more money than lighter colors like white or silver. Darker colors show imperfections so badly. And then lastly, the other thing, the shape of the car, let's say, or the size and the shape. Let's say I've got a Golf Mark 3 versus let's say a white Golf Mark 3 versus a black Porsche Cayenne. You can clearly tell the difference in size and color as well. And then another thing, like let's say a Mark 4 Jetta or Mark 3 Jetta and a BMW M3. M3 has way more lines. Each line is a lot more difficult to perfect than a flat panel. So that's basically how I try to determine pricing. On my lower end packages, the pricing is plus minus the same for all of them, unless the size plays a difference, because that's just a quick detail like a day's polish or whatever. On a ceramic coating detail, which is a 5, 6, 7 day detail, their pricing makes a big difference in terms of size, color and shape. I hope that answered your question, buddy. Next up, Langeni, what do you use to remove brake dust from the rims? Where can I get it from? So iron out, that's all I use. Multiple heats of iron out. I buy products from Crazy Detailer, Auto DNA, Pristine Detailing. I'll have them linked down below so you can see them. Just go below the video, you'll go to the description. I'll link all 3 of those shops for you. I buy all my online products from them. 99.9% of my detailing arsenal comes from those 3 shops, so I'll link them down below and you can go and check them out, buddy. Next question, how many kilometers have you got on the Polo and have you managed to find the problem? So I suspect the problem is the injectors. I pulled the valve cover, saw nothing irregular in there. Fired the car up, checked the injector values. One injector seems to be blown out. I don't know what else to say. It's so one injector seems to be not well behaving, and then the other one tries to compensate for it. So I've got 2 with bad values, 2 with good values, and I suspect it's just the one, because one is way out and the other one is slightly off, so I'm thinking that one tries to correct for that one. The mileage on the car is, you're asking me about, I think 288 to 90 thereabout. It's a very high mileage car. I bought it in 09 with 160k, so I bought it with high mileage, and that's not ideal for building a car the way I do on a budget. So it is what it is. That's what I have money for. Next up, do you have kids? I ask because you drive an SUV. Why VW? Do you love BMW, and do you see yourself owning one soon? Any plans on the employee staff so you can focus on growing the business? Lastly, detailing is expensive. Why don't you have a membership package? That's from GCY Geo. Someone left a very nasty reply. I'm not sure why. I don't know why someone would leave a reply like this, but please don't, Skabuti or whatever your name is on YouTube, please don't annoy my followers, buddy. Anyways, no, I don't have kids. I drive an SUV because why not? I've always liked different cars, different in terms of driving an SUV instead of a Golf GTI. I bought a Polo TDI 2-door instead of a Polo GTI, which was the norm when I bought the car. So I've always liked something that not everyone likes, and ever since I bought this car, the TDIs, the Tiguan scene in South Africa blew up. Everyone's modifying Tiguans. No one ever did. Stratton had his lowered and on wheels, that's all, but no one ever did before I came along, or myself and Stratton, or whatever you want to call it. But now the TDI or the Tiguan scene is blown up. Cafe, Sean Mulu, your Tiguan looks amazing. There's Chandler April, there's a couple of modified ones. So basically I do this because it's not something you see every day. The main inspiration for me with this car was VW Dog. I've mentioned it before. I'll put a picture on the screen. That guy's car was That's goals, man. That's goals for me. My car's still not on that level. I've ended up taking a completely different route in the end with mods, but that car is goals for me. I've had that picture on my phone for, I think it was 3 or 4 years before I actually bought myself a Tiguan. So I've been dreaming about owning a Tiguan like this for a long time. Let me see what other questions you had. Do you love BMW and do you see yourself owning one soon? I do love BMW to a certain extent. The cars make a lot of power. My buddy's X3, extremely fast, way quicker than my car. 2-liter TDI tuned by me, way quicker than my car. But I feel like I've got nicer features in my car. I'm not sure if that's gonna come out right. But for the money paid, I feel like my car is a way nicer of a car than the X3 is. And 135s is hella fast. I love a 135. My mate had one and I drove that car plenty times. What a car, that's brilliance. But no, I don't see myself owning a BMW, at least not a newer BMW, maybe an older spec like E92 M3, like the video that I posted this morning, maybe one like that, E92 M3 Comp, something like that. I'll definitely rock that, or even a 330D. Those things are monsters. But I think, once again, me with funny cars, if I go with the 330D, I would go with the, what do you call the long ones? 330D, oh man, what do you call the long ones? 330D, it's not a saloon, what do you call it, like a station wagon type of thing. I'll definitely rock that. Any plans on employing staff so you can focus on growing the business? Not at all. I've got literally no plans on employing staff. The way I see it is, I can do it perfect, and I'm not here to push numbers. I'm here to, you know, I'd rather sell in a month, I'd rather sell 4 higher end details than 50 lower end details. So I would still do it myself. Some very good examples of people you can go and watch: Larry Ammo NYC, no employees. That guy is right up there. He's the top ones out there. Jim White from White Detailing, no employees. He had someone working for him, but that was more of a friendship type of working for him than employing 10 or 15 people working for him. So Jim White from White Details also working on his own. He had a guy working for him. He doesn't do that anymore. He's back on his own now, and that guy that's a pinnacle for me. Jim White Detailing, that's where I'd like to see myself in a couple of years, if I don't get a better income than detailing. Then lastly, detailing is expensive. Why don't you have membership package? Detailing is not expensive, buddy. If you see what other people charge in other countries, we are hella cheap, or I'm hella cheap. I'm one of the more expensive detailers in South Africa, but still hella cheap. There's detailers in the States charging to coat a set of wheels what I charge for full coating details. So it's, yes, it's expensive, but we're still cheap out in South Africa, if you get what I'm saying. So no, I don't see myself doing a membership package thing, unless we got a type of deal where if Crazy Detailer, Auto DNA and those people partner up with us, where we get discount, so I can either buy stuff at a discounted rate and resell it to you guys for less than you can get it from them off the shelves, then I can make money out of it as well. But no, I pay for my stock what you're gonna pay, so I don't get any discount out of any deals. So I can't see myself doing that in the future. Up next, how much do you charge for body detailing on my 318 Ti and ceramic coat my rims? Not quote, ceramic coat my rims. Chris Gift, you're welcome to send me a DM, Instagram at Creative Car Detailing. We can talk about it there, buddy. I need some more information, then I can make a price. Right. Rico Adams, can you please send me an overall price list on what exactly your detailing business offers? Once again, buddy, send me a DM on Instagram at Creative Car Detailing. We can talk more about it once I get more details about your car and stuff. Next question, Carl van der Merwe, when are you finishing the Polo? Buddy, I really wish it was as easy as me walking out the house and finishing the car. Seems like I need another set of injectors. These are not even mine, these are loan injectors, so I have to get these fixed as well once mine are fixed, obviously. Word on the street is my injectors are finished, boy. So after lockdown I might get them back, hopefully pretty soon after lockdown. Might get them back, pop them in the car, and we're good to go. I think that's, no, we're not out of questions. There's some more, or is there? Angelique, once again, why detailing? How did you get into it? So I got into detailing. I've always been super fanatic about my stuff. It always had to be clean. Back in school, when I was riding motorcycles, CBR 150, I started riding from a very young age, but you'd never find my stuff dirty. Always clean, always clean. The plastic covers, everything was always shining. My stuff was always in a tip-top condition. And then I bought the Polo. I polished that thing by hand multiple times, and then after that I started investigating. Actually, I started investigating on headlight restoration, with my dad having the dealership for a couple of years, and I saw people would refurb the headlights for them, and it would never be successful. They would refurb them, not seal them with a UV sealer afterwards, so it would last a couple of weeks and it would be back to shit. And then I thought to myself, I could make a business out of this. And as I was investigating headlight restorations, I started reading up on detailing and all that type of stuff. And here's me thinking to myself, I've always polished my car by hand. Not a lot of people do that. Maybe I should start detailing as well. I got the stuff, and here we are today. Schmo Vitally, hello. Hi buddy, hope you're well. Next one. What are the go-to products and why? That is a question I cannot answer you. Depends on what stage of the detail you want to know that for. So if I make a quick, if I add it up quickly, there's about, how many? 10 to 15 different products on my shelves. Different brands, not products, different brands on my shelves. There's not one line where they do the best of everything. No one makes the best car wash, the best polish, the best coating, the best iron out. No one does it best. No one. There's good ranges like Maguire's, turtle wax, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest, but other people seem to love it. There's ranges like Chemical Guys and a lot of the overseas stuff, but for me there's not one range. So if you really need more info on what products, you're welcome to shoot me a DM on @CreativeCarDetailing, once again on Instagram, and you tell me what products throughout what stage of the detail you want. Like polish, I use men's. Break it down for me, tell me what stage of the detail, and I'll tell you what I use, no problem. Dale Feldman, how did you discover that detailing was your passion? Like I mentioned before, we already covered this. Started from a young age. My stuff was never dirty, my stuff was always clean. Plastics were always treated, that type of stuff. Back then I didn't know about polish, which later I do. Follow-up question, Dane Feldman, how did you kickstart your business in terms of equipment? So in terms of equipment, I read up a lot on what I need. In terms of polishers, all that type of stuff. I did a lot of research, and I came up with a list of what I need, and I went to go see my grandfather. I made a loan with him when he was still alive. Made a loan from him, and I repaid him every damn cent of that loan. As I got money, I paid the loan off, and yeah, that's basically how I got started. I made a small loan. Now it's small. Back in the day it was monstrous, but now it's one of my machines. Back in the day it was a monstrous loan. I went and bought all the stuff, started with my own cars, started with friends' cars, and then I started charging money, and that's how I got into this. Next up, Simply Red One on YouTube. Hey, what pressure washer do you use? Buddy, I use a Culture K5. Not a big fan of Culture, but I think that's one of the better ones we got in South Africa. I see the guys overseas love Kranzel. Obsessed Garage, they love Kranzel pressure washers, but I use a Culture K5 anyway. And that's it, we're out of questions. So that was it for today's episode, guys. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's my first time ever making something like this. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, let me know you enjoyed this video so I know if you guys want to see more of this in the future. Since it's lockdown, guys, please be safe, stay at home, don't go out like I did today. At least there's no one around me, so we're pretty good. Please stay in your houses. Please binge watch my content. That's actually what I'm asking you. Yes, you. That's what I'm asking you. Binge watch my content. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon next to it if you guys want to see the best detailing YouTuber in South Africa. I know I'm the only one, most probably, but I promise you I'm the best anyways. Automotive related videos like racing videos, drag racing videos. I'll have everything linked down below. Go and check out my content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and reflect your passion.